Integrity is the practice of being honest. It's the practice of being considerate, consistent, uncompromising, and truthful in all of your actions in every area of life. It also means that you keep your word and live in accordance to your deepest values. Integrity breeds trust, and trust breeds safety and connection. Safety and connection are basic human needs. There is a sense of stability, trust, and safety when one lives with and shows up with integrity. Think of like a building or a home or a house that is built without integrity. Without that integrity, it can fall apart at any moment because it's compromised, and that leads to danger. When you speak, act, or show up out of integrity, you are basically putting it out there that you are not trustworthy. When you take that even further, now this cuts you off from opportunities, it cuts you off from abundance and love. Acting out of integrity negatively impacts your relationships, and the people in your life are your life. We need people. You lose integrity, you lose trust. You lose trust, and then you lose relationships. Once you lose relationships, you lose your quality of life. Let's take that a step further. Once you lose your quality of life, then you start to lose self-trust. Once you lose self-trust, you're losing self-love, then you're losing self-worth. What does integrity actually look like? First and foremost, honesty. Truthfulness is the path of least resistance, and it makes life easier. 2, it looks like respect. Just knowing that everyone deserves basic respect, because being honest is also a form of giving respect. Integrity also looks like empathy, thinking outside of yourself and considering other perspectives. Integrity also looks like helpfulness. It's just showing that you are willing to help for the greater good. Accountability, I think this goes without saying, following through on commitments, keeping people in the loop, staying on top of your communication. It just looks like just following through. And if you aren't able to follow through, just like keep people in the loop. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Just like honesty, consistency creates ease, it creates flow and trust. Punctuality creates trust. And what it does is it shows that you understand the value of time and agreements. It shows respect, it shows empathy, it shows helpfulness. There's a consistency, there's a sincerity, because what you're saying is like, I genuinely want to be here. I genuinely respect your time. I really honor you. I honor myself. And there is a respect all around for what it is that we're doing. And because of that, that integrity breeds trust, which fosters relationships and so forth. It's just small little daily actions that actually build integrity, which ultimately, remember, builds self-worth, builds self-trust, build self-love. Actions build trust by following through. Following through builds trust because what you are saying is that you are trustworthy and that people can put their time, their trust, their money, their hope, their energy into you. And it just continues to grow and expand from there, which again leads to more abundance, more opportunities, and more love. And to me, like, higher the integrity, higher the foundation, more fertile is the soil in which more opportunities and abundance and love can grow from. These are some signs that you may be out of integrity in any way, shape, or form. Ambiguous, non-direct, or non-specific communication. Talking about the problem to everyone else, but the person that problem is actually about. Changing or twisting the story to make yourself more credible. Lying about what happened or telling the story versus the truth. Defensiveness and using excuses when you're called out for your bullshit. Inability to apologize or accept accountability. Inconsistent, flaky, all over the place behavior. Compromising personal values to impress or be accepted by others. Lack of reliability and failure to meet commitments. Rude arguments, blaming, projecting, being in the triangle altogether. Ego, refusing to give credit to those who helped you even when deserved. Manipulation by using intelligence to avoid trouble, aka you're just too smart for your own good. You always smart your way out. You always explain and find a way out, and you intelligence your way out versus just drop the fuck fucking ego and just hear each other. And let's just see the truth behind everything versus trying to be right and outsmart each other. Let's talk about how we actually get back into integrity when these things happen. First things first, you just take radical responsibility. Like that is the first and foremost thing. Nothing is unsalvageable as long as you take radical responsibility. And then with that said, make your commitments consciously, because where we often lose our integrity is when we do not follow through or when we compromise the agreements or the commitments that we've made. Organize and prioritize yourself, your commitments and boundaries. It starts with you. If you organize and prioritize yourself, your commitments and boundaries, then you can organize everything else around that. Because if you put yourself first, then you won't have to worry about dropping the ball in all these other areas. Communicate clearly and directly. With that said, do not speak your mind, as that is not always in integrity or truthful, right? Like, again, a lot of times we think like, oh, I'm just being honest. It's like, no, you're not being honest. You're being a dick. You are actually being reactive. It's not always in integrity or truthful.